Hey guys, today I gathered a couple plants that could use some help. The first one is a Syngonium. I tried to start a video earlier, but I got a new puppy and she wasn't having it, so I will try and pick up where I left off. I know, looks scary. There's not much left. But it was quite leggy, and with the 4 growth tips that I took off, I was able to get 8 propagations. Now most people will just leave one node with a leaf and propagate that, which is perfectly fine. It does work. I, however, like to do at least 2, 3, depending how much tissue I have to work with. If you can get at least 2, then that will ensure you get more growth points for roots and more growth points for leaves that will eventually turn into stems. So you will have a fuller plant faster. Now, since we've showed you what happened to this poor little Syngonium, here's all the cuttings to prove nothing was harmed or killed in this video. Might have been harmed. Now, the second thing I have here is a Chinese money plant. It is a common name, friendship plant, UFO plant, which probably what we should use since we're here in New Mexico. This one had a little bit of an infestation going on. I did treat it for, I'd say, about a month. I brought in a palm tree that was the cutest thing I had seen in a while, and I couldn't walk by it in the store, so I picked it up, threw it in the basket, and didn't think twice. Well, when I got home, I noticed it had some bugs, so I sprayed it. Again, didn't think anything big about it. Then I started noticing the leaves on this. See all that blackness? I had spider mites. Spider mites have little tiny beaks on them, or what looks like a beak, and they poke through the leaf from the backside to get some sap out. They will kill a plant if left unchecked. Luckily I got these in time. What I'm going to do with this, because it does show a lot of growth on the bottom here. You can see there's quite a few pups. And if we look down the base, you can see little tiny pups coming out too. So I don't want to mess with any of those, but we'll take it, I'd say, right about here. Now any place that this thing has a leaf coming out or a node, you will get roots and babies. So we'll just stick that in water, and that's done. We'll have some new plants here shortly. Now the other one I have here is a rhaphidophora tetrasperma. I cut this one because I bought it at a local store. It was one little tiny whip and it had like 5 leaves on it. Needless to say, I did overpay because I wanted it. Here is what the mother plant now looks like. You can see it's quite a bit more than 5 leaves. If I zoom in here on the bottom and turn it slowly, you can see there's about an inch left of what was the mother plant, that thicker stem there in the bottom. I did the same thing that I'm going to do to this new propagation. Cut its head off. I know it sounds brutal, but it's really healthier for the plant. Now remember what I said before, every leaf has a node, will shoot roots, and will throw growth. So since we have 2 leaves shown here on top already, and we have, let's see here, another node there, I think it's safe to say if we take it here, we should have at least 3 shoots coming out of this pot. So I'm going to try that. Now, it will take, I'd say, about a week, maybe 2, before you start seeing the little shoots pop up. But here again, with the tetrasperma, because it does have nodes with beginnings of aerial roots, let's see if I can get that. All you have to do really is stick it in water, and you will have a new plant. Now, before I end this video, I do have a couple plants that I thought were worth mentioning. This one here is a star begonia. I looked online forever and could not find what was growing out of it, so I just left it. And if you can see closely, it's tons of blooms with very light pink and a yellow stamen in the center. And on this one here, this is a red ruffle peperomia, and this one has some buds too. Well, those are flowers. An inflorescence, actually, not a flower, but close enough. That's what you would consider a flower for this plant. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. If not, sorry.